Let me put the nail in this coffin real tight. God, hey, God.
Hey now, welcome to Tarnation TV's broadcast of Talladega Night's brand new series. I'm on fire.
You are, in fact, on fire, sir. We're on fire. Hot darn, this is the place to be on Thursday nights. If you're not here, you are missing out.
I would say so, man. Like it's
unless you've got something else going on, in which case you might not be, but you should still be here anyways.
It's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's a Talladega, of course. We're running some Talladega racing. 38 laps will be on the clock this evening. And if you are tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Jeffrey Elliott, you in the building? Because I'm here with Brad. My name is Blaine, and Jeffrey owns this thing. And tell us about this series, man.
Well, it's good to see you guys again. I think we just hooked up last weekend with the Kings of Kings. That was a pretty cool little event by Ken Roberts. So thanks, Ken, for coming up with that. Hopefully we do some more down the road. But, Thursday nights, here we are. First time ever. We are called Talladega Nights for a reason. We run a lot of Talladega style racing, and we're using, I believe it's called burnt screwdrivers made by Rodney Sullins and John Godfrey. So great track, 3 wide, 4 wide, as you guys know. And, we have a lot of competition on Thursdays, and that's great. I'm glad there's a lot of leagues out there with success and have a lot of good car counts. And we miss our drivers that are, other leagues, BSR, RTG. Hey, man, good luck over there. Have fun tonight. This is for another outlet for us to practice together, do more pit stops. It's 3X. So it's a good practicing tool for the big nights as well. But you never know. This could become the biggest night, right, guys? So
you got the best broadcasters on planet Earth, man. So let's do this thing.
I was about to say that. I got the 2 best broadcasters in the world. I don't care what anybody says. These guys are the bomb. I love them. They bring a lot of humor, comedy, race.
I mean,
facts.
Daryl Waltrip and Larry Mack are pretty good, but
they're all right.
Benny Parsons retired, so like it's us really.
That's
like
right.
Jeff always says, we've tried the best. Now here's the rest. That's what he says sometimes. So all good.
Well, I'm so glad I met Blaine through Brian Wolf. It's been a pleasure over the last year and a half, or actually longer than that now, Blaine. And we've grown together as a family. You are like family. And all these guys, we all try to respect each other out here and get along. Our emotions play it sometimes, but it's all, when it's all said and done, we're back out here next week or next day doing it again. So it just speaks volumes. Glad to see my brother out here with me. And the admins tonight, I don't know if you said anything. It's Chris Elliott, Jeff Elliott, Denny Carroll, and Dan Level as well. And Keith Bynum is our other admin. So we got plenty of admin help, and these drivers are awesome. They're good friends of mine, and we're just going to give you guys the best show we can give you. And hopefully we'll just 11 weeks, right? We're doing 11 weeks straight.
That's it. That's going to be cool. Yeah, because there's 3 that race 9, 10, and 11 are championship knockout rounds, correct?
Correct. After the 8th points race, top 12. I mean, that's a shoot. Could be half the field, makes the playoff, and that gives a lot of opportunity for a lot of guys to keep striving hard, and then we go down to 8-4 for the final. So pretty much the same setup we got on the weekends. Just another Talladega Nights race under the lights, and I got the two best guys I want with me. So and the rest of my boys up there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all coming out.
That's it, man. Thanks a lot for having us. This is going to be a lot of fun. This series is going to be cool, and the 11 race format's going to be a lot of fun too, with 3 rounds, playoff knockout. So stay tuned every Sunday, every Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Join us back here because we're going to do this thing. But yeah, you said, Jeffrey, we're going to do driver intros after you guys are done qualifying this eve.
Correct, guys. We're going to give the audience and the drivers a little time to speak on their behalf. First inaugural Thursday night race. Every week's going to be live intro. So, and top 3 finishes and a few interviews during the races if we can get them in. So, guys, I also want to talk about Sunday night dirt racing here at Gearhead's Dirt Series. A lot of fun with Pumpkin. Don't need a lot of dirt cars to do that. 10-15 is all you really want. Chris's Cup Series on Tuesday nights, stock. If you got to be good, you got to be a good racer. Race stock equipment, stock tracks, stock setups, fast setups. It's hard. Keith Bynum's Monday night Aero 88s, averaging 20 to 25 guys. It's growing, a lot of fun. Of course, we just started this on Thursdays. Of course, our 2 big nights, Friday and Saturday nights, always a blast. So we'll still get you guys out there as well, I'm sure. I'll wrap this up. You're down to 3 minutes. I'm gonna get back up there and get you guys ready. So after qualifying, I'll reach out to you and bring you up there.
Awesome.
All right, everybody, enjoy the I'm on fire. I think that was Ricky Bobby's 3rd favorite quote, if I can remember. But we have to keep it Talladega Nights themed around here.
That's the thing. Yeah, it has to be.
All right, Brad. Well, good to see Brad. Glad you're with us, buddy. I know it's early for you.
You too, bud.
And I'll be talking to you guys soon.
Sounds good, sir.
Jeff needs to get back to business up there and run this thing. But going to be a lot of fun tonight, like we were saying. So yeah, every Thursday we'll be back here 9 p.m. And the Saturday night races are just kind of optional in the summertime because we got stuff to do and summertime things happen. So
that's they do.
Yeah, man, it'll be good stuff. I'm just kind of rebooting my tickers here, double check and making sure everything's working.
Mics are on, tickers are on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, last the King of Kings race was a big hit. That was a lot of fun. It kind of operated like they do at the dirt track with the heat races, qualifying for a little main race and then the big feature event. And Grant Wesley winning that thing last week. Grant Wesley won't be here tonight because he's full-time Rolling Thunder guy.
Fair, right? If you got your calendars already booked, but hey, you know what? When I looked before we launched in here, it looked like their server was pretty darn full. So you know what's not a bad alternative to a Thursday night, and you know what? Maybe we end up stealing a few of them.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Again, there's a lot of our regular drivers are here. I don't see any new names, but it is going to be. I mean, there's a lot of people here on a Thursday night. It's really fun to see. So yeah, Seth Cole broadcasting over there, Rolling Thunder. He's always put on a fantastic show, and Rolling Thunder is definitely a one to compete with. I don't know what Jeff was thinking.
Yeah, just kind of hey, we're going to launch the Emoji Movie right against the final of the Batman trilogy. See what happens.
Yep.
The new Avengers comes out. We're going to put on a new Paw Patrol or some stuff.
Well, we were thinking about oh, hey, where can we, because we might not be able to do Saturdays as much, perhaps we try to compete with a league the size of Rolling Thunder Game, and not really compete with them, but
yeah,
it's like if you're gonna run a race, and that's the thing too. You're looking at Talladega Nights. Their schedule is there's no other day of the week that we could have done it.
No.
If you want to broadcast a race, when are we going to do it? Okay, well we got dirt on Sunday. We have Keith's series on Monday, the DWI series. So it's like Jeff wanted to try a new series, and there's nowhere else to put it, so to draw some attention to it, why not do it on Thursday and go up against FSB, BSR, Rolling Thunder. I think Thursday is a popular night just because of what it is.
Probably, eh?
Where people have to work, and it's just a good night to, you know, do some racing. But yeah, big thanks. I gotta, go ahead.
Gone to the Monday to Friday jobs, right? Not everybody's got the same schedule, so they're having the racing options open throughout the week too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice for everyone else to get a chance to show up and something consistent, or hopefully they have lucky enough to have a consistent schedule. For those that don't, that could be even worse. Like, how you supposed to plan anything when you don't know what you're working from week to week?
Well, yeah, and Thursday being like, everybody's going to plan stuff Friday, Saturday, whatever. So Thursday seems to be that spot. You know, it's a good pocket to sit in. So we're going to give it a shot. But yeah, big thanks, by the way, to a Reddit user that I've been following the last, little while. His name's on the screen. Him or her, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but NR Clips on Reddit. This evening, we are going to be using brand new camera packs.
Okay, buddy, fired up here.
Oh, I got to cancel my car here in qualifying.
Right on.
Yes, so what this Reddit user is doing, NR Clips, sir or madam, has been going through the tracks and has been rebuilding the cam files. Now, if you don't know what the way this game operates, when you're in a replay in this game, you have options of different cameras, and obviously we use those cameras in live broadcast situation obviously all the time. So you have helicopter, TV1, TV2, spectator, cockpit, bumper cameras, roof, rear bumpers, left door, right door, all kinds of stuff. So this person went in and has actually been creating camera angles based off of real life Fox broadcasts. So he released, I'm just going to say he, because I don't know who it is. It could be a woman, but I don't know. NR Clips. He's what he's done, like, Martinsville, Chicagoland. He's doing the Chicago street course. So he's working on it currently. From real life footage of the races, rebuilding the cameras on the tracks to match that stuff. So I'm like, oh, that'd be really cool,
Like as close to a broadcast display as you could.
Right, putting the cameras. Broadcast. Yeah, putting the cameras.
Insane. That's an insane amount of work. That's a month of Sundays, as my uncle used to say.
Not to mention the software that you have to use to do it is called Cam Edit, and it's just as old as a sim is. It's 20-year-old program, so it's janky as hell.
Right, move camera, enter.
It's not even that. I don't believe it's even visual. I think it's all text-based. So you're controlling zoom angles and radius and all these X, Y axes and stuff without even actually physically seeing anything. I don't even know how it works. I've tried to get it working. It's a legacy program, so I have to install some different things for Windows to be able to use it. But sure enough, didn't he drop Talladega 2019? That is the track that he programmed. The way that it kind of works, though, everybody's Talladega is basically the original game Talladega as a base. And then they'll put more graphics in there. They'll make the grass look better. They'll make the walls look cool, put in different fences. They'll change stuff. But the core track layout is the same orientation as it was originally in 2003. So even though he made a cam file for Talladega 2019, which somebody made a new track, they clearly, when I plugged that cam file into this version that we're running, BSR Night version 3, it works flawlessly. And it looks amazing. I was testing it yesterday. It's so cool. And I actually texted this guy. I said, dude, I'm using your cam pack on a live broadcast. I sent him a link. So I hope he's watching, because we're going to put it at a test tonight. And I just realized, I didn't even check this, the spectator cam is way better too. I thought he just did TV1 and TV2. He actually did spectator as well.
This guy's been busy.
Oh man, it's great, because the spectator in the last camera the last camera pack we were using for the past few months, the spectator cam was very distant. It worked like as if you were sitting in a seat watching, and it never changes. This one never changes either, but it's zoomed in tighter.
It's super immersive for those of you sitting in the stands at home.
Yeah. I'm sitting in the top row at Talladega. I can't see nothing. But so this is the
feels
same.
Just like being at the race.
Yeah, this is the same thing. The camera doesn't switch. It's a static camera on a tripod, but it actually zooms in. I just noticed it when we were talking to Jeffrey. It zooms in on the car so you can really see all the way around. Yeah, it zooms in on it, so it's really cool.
Get this man some spectacles.
Yeah, and I actually text the guy. I'm like, man, I can't get it working because I get an error, and he hooked me up with a Thorn to make this thing work. So that's going to be really cool too. Yeah, very awesome. Cool.
That community like that, super cool to see.
56 Elliot to the booth.
Hey, 56 Elliot.
You like that? You like that? Hey there. Anyway, no, it's hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now, guys. Hey, we are ready for driver intros. Are you ready?
We are always ready.
All right,
you betcha.
Brad. I know this.
I got the vacuum. I know what's mine. I know what to do. You don't have to tell me twice. All right, see ya.
Oh, I love it. All right, guys. All right, Brad. We'll be back.
All right,
Blaine. I'll bring you up, buddy. Here we go. All right, gentlemen, we're going to go over tonight's drivers' entry list. And Blaine, floor is yours.
Thanks, guys, for showing up on a Thursday evening. We got some competition on Thursday, but it looks like we still have about 25 guys here tonight, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So I am on fire, and so should you be.
That is awesome, Blaine. And we're going to start, guys, the fans, the drivers, starting in the first position.
09, driven by Larry Wyndham from Hell Creek, Mississippi, y'all. Keep rocking in the free world.
079, Nate Balser, driving the Passado Safe Haven Mustang out of Seattle, Washington. Thanks to my family and friends for watching. Good luck.
Home Depot 41 out of Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Go Wolfpack.
Driving number 043 from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, Brian Lovell. Go Wolfpack.
Driving 21 car is Randy Waugh from Huntsville, Alabama. I want to shout out to my son and number one fan, Corey Waugh, Zach Fincher, and Derek Bishop.
Number 24, driven by Graham McDonald in Sarnia, Ontario. A shout out to my two boys, Chase and William, that are trying to listen and watch me race tonight.
Starting 7th, the 388, Dan Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving the new MSI paint scheme from Frank Divins. Thank you, Frank. And I just want to give a shout out to all you guys out here racing with us, and good luck to everyone.
Starting 8th, 066, KD Huntsberry out of Warrington, Maine. He'll be driving the Yankees Chevy Camaro. Let's rock on and let's catch some fire, guys.
I'm on fire in the 9th position, driving the number 12 Whataburger Ford Mustang. It is Gary Mingus from Tallahassee, Florida. Good luck to all my buddies out there.
Pat McCarskey, Brownsburg, Indiana, driving the 0 Jolly Ranchers Dodge. Shout out to all the fans watching tonight.
Starting 11th, driving the 016 Oscar Mike Radio Mission in Flight car, Adam Simonic out of Urbana, Illinois. Go Wolfpack.
Starting in 12th is the number 9, driven by Chris Elliott in the red Dodge Doritos car out of Mooresville, North Carolina. I'd like to say a shout out to my wife and my two boys and all my friends out there and all the drivers. Thanks for showing up. Let's have a good run.
Starting 13th, Garland Oaks, number 67 from Martinsville, Virginia, and the Dr. Pepper Zero Toyota Camry.
Starting 14th and number 5, Joe Peacher. Good luck, everybody.
Rolling off in the 15th position, the 188 driven by Larry D. That's the Trump 2024 car. And tonight I'm driving to honor my dog Zach, who succumbed to cancer this past Saturday.
Position 16, number 68 Outlaw, Doug First, Sarnia, Ontario. Good luck, guys.
Starting in 17, the Wrecking Ball, driver of the number 96 Toyota with a new paint scheme painted by the one and only Ulysses Sandoval.
Starting number 18th, Javier Negron from Bridgeport, Connecticut, driving the number 4 car, Monster Hoonigans Dodge Charger.
And starting 19th, Alex Moe, Riverside, California, driving number 48, the Lowe's Chevrolet.
Starting in 20th, from Fenton, Michigan, driving the 091 Quaker State Pontiac, Sean Dotson. Good luck, everybody.
Starting on 21st, the number 56, Jeffrey Elliott from Mooresville, North Carolina, driving the Talladega Nights Chevrolet.
And last but not least, starting shotgun on the field, number 29, Brian Wolf from Youngstown, Ohio, driving the Fluid Studios Chevy Camaro. Big shout out to all the Parker Hinnant family, Archie and Ellie, and my good pal Cannon. We're looking forward to this series. It's going to be fun. Go get them, fellas.
Well, there you go, Blaine. Thanks, drivers. Great turnout for the first inaugural race for Thursday nights. I'm on fire. I think we all are. We're excited. It's a short race, Blaine, but we're going to give you the best entertainment possible. And I'll turn it back over to you. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
Oh, it's going to be a great race. I know you guys won't disappoint. I'll waste no more time. Good luck, and we'll be watching because that's my job.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Blaine.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Blake.
Godspeed, Zach.
Godspeed, Zach. And there's no Greg Palmer, so Blaine, you're not going to get that favorite saying of his, but
yeah, I can handle it.
Okay. All right.
I love you, Greg.
There you go.
We love Greg Palmer. I love you, man. He's not up there, though. Oh, Brad's got his mic muted. He doesn't want to talk.
I was busy cleaning. I guess I get I put my headphones on and just start singing and dancing on. I like to vacuum with the music on.
I know you like to sing that Tiny Tim song while you vacuum.
Through the tulips of our love. You know, that's my favorite song. It's my ringtone.
Is it? It better be. It better be your ringtone. I hope it is.
Exactly. Every time.
Thank goodness.
Now we got that out of the way.
Wow. Now that we just covered "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" by Tiny Tim.
Now that we're gonna get a copyright strike on this video.
Oh, all day.
I think we were too dead on with our impression.
Yeah, really. Oh man. Yeah, lots of. You see them qualifying results, eh?
I did. They were pretty close. Anything in particular?
Well, I mean, I'm just looking again. You've got, the top 17 guys. There's 18 guys that actually ran a lap. 17 of them were 52-second lap.
All right.
Larry Windham taking the pole.
Less than 300 for the second split.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of good guys out here. These guys are all dedicated to the league. And, of course, to the sim. Big fan of the sim, obviously. This is the greatest NASCAR sim ever created. I don't know what is going on with graphics. Is that happening on everyone's car?
Well, it's happening here. I'm just looking at the results.
Something weird there on the back. Oh, I know what it is. I'm just watching and the cars glitch out like crazy because it's a faraway zoom angle. That's probably what it is.
Oh, that might be a hit.
Yeah, it's got something to do with the draw distance and the crazy huge zoom. It's just a little. I thought something was going to happen, but I'm still getting used to the new camera pack again. Thank you, NR Clips, because this camera pack's awesome. I think the only reason that these cars right there looks like they're a little bit weird looking was because of the massive scope of this track. Is definitely. It's going to be cool, man. Hire a new camera crew. I'm always looking for ways to upgrade the visuals on this thing, and finding guys on Reddit, especially, that still support this after all these years. Get some new quality camera angles. And like I was saying before, these are based on Fox Sports broadcast. So painstakingly reprogramming the cameras on TV2, TV1, and Spectator View and our clips. There's another guy on there too you should follow, F1 Danza. Of course, he spells Danza with a 4, D4 instead of an A. He's the guy that somehow makes this sim look like it's brand new graphics and stuff using Reshade. Reshade's a program you can attach to any game that you play on your computer, and you can change the way it looks. These guys are unbelievable with what they do with Reshade and NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Absolutely wild. You swear you were looking at a game that was made yesterday.
Well, you would think so, right?
It's phenomenal. I think I've sent you, or you've sent me some of them too, I think. Some of the Reshade presets some of these guys are making for this thing.
Like on Reddit and stuff like that. Definitely, I went through there to look and just to see, and just amazing. What it looks like a photographer on the track. Yeah, like I'm sure if you look closely at it, the more trained eye you might be able to tell. But I look up and like, oh dang, someone either like rendered the heck out of that, or it's. I mean, it's hard to tell nowadays what's a photo and what's not. But
some of the renders too, like. Some of the mods look fantastic as well, like some of the older mods, like the Grand National mods, in combination with Reshade. It almost looks... It doesn't look old, you know? It's very, very cool, very cool. But yeah, a lot of course, tight qualifying. Looks like we've only got the one... We got a tie for 6th that was actually ended up going to Graham McDonald with the... 52.541 for him and Ken. No, not Ken. Dan Level.
Also, then it's not alphabetical like I thought.
No, I think it's random, or the game sees another
the fourth.
Yeah, the fourth
fifth digit.
Yeah,
it was extra digit. It was last time that they were all in a row. I can't remember. They were all like there was 3 of them that were tied, and they were arranged alphabetically by last name. But I'm like, that was just a coincidence.
I think it was a crazy coincidence.
I can't remember what the letters were. It was like LMNOP or I don't know. There was some three in a row, and they were all like D, G, J or something like that. They were all like, that's neat. It lined up, but it turned out it was nothing but a coincidence.
No, it was. I just blame it on an apparition, a ghost, if you will.
I'll allow it. A Martian.
Retire your the Martians. Right. Retire your car from the grid, sire.
Will do. Yeah.
As we get ready to go green, we have to go to the entire family of Angela, Katerina, and Madison, Nate's girls, and his crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Berg Screwdriver Super Speedway, under the lights at one of the fastest tracks around. Drivers, start your engines!
Can't forget to do that. Thank you, Balser family.
Mm-hmm.
The wife and the daughters. Bringing the pain. Yep. I'm like, hey, Nate, send me a file of your entire family yelling into a cell phone. And he's like, okay. And he did. So there it is.
It's amazing what we can do. Technology now.
Oh, man.
Just yell at this thing, and then I'll put it on the internet. What's the internet? Oh, don't worry about that. We haven't invented that yet, but it'll be awesome when we do.
See, that's the crazy thing, too, because so what I use to broadcast this, OBS Studio, which is free. It's a free open source software, so you can download plugins, the community, driving that software is amazing. Running a game that's so old that's now abandoned, so that's free, even though I bought it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Then using DaVinci Resolve to make the videos that you see in and around the broadcast as well, that's free from Blackmagic Cinema.
Also, don't forget the extension cord got running through your window over your neighbor's porch, right? That's also free power.
Yep.
It's basically, I mean,
hydro
you're paying
is
for
free.
nothing here. The hydro is free.
When I say hydro, does everybody say that, or is that a Canadian thing?
Well, I mean, in BC we've got hydropower. That's like BC Hydro. That's the whole
Right.
thing. Like the majority of our power is from like the turbines, the hydropower. Now, when you said hydro in Ontario, I'm surprised. I didn't know, because I know you guys have hills out there, not so much mountains, but I guess you would have waterfalls or enough of a water power to be maybe from a river. Is that the idea?
The company that runs the power is called Hydro One. So we just call it hydro, but I'm thinking, I don't know if that's a Canadian thing, because I know there's a lot of these like words that we use. I mean, I guess if we have Americans in the YouTube chat, if anybody is watching live, by the way, thank you very much for watching on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We tend to lean a lot on the YouTube chat, so if you do want to say something to us, YouTube's probably the best way to do it.
Fair enough. And much like hydro, other hydro I know of in BC, we have also just gone green. And here we are, too wide and snug as a bug.
Squirrely back there. I think green will stay up.
Oh, I see. I didn't even see him at the back of the pack there. I was looking at the front. He got below the line there, so it looks like we're all right, because no sign of yellow.
No. Running tight up front here.
Oh, are they ever four deep on the top line, fifth actually now, and maybe they'll push on that bottom line. Oh, they're almost going for a third. Is it break? They are breaking out. They can't make up their mind. No, there is in fact a third coming. And they're all over the place. He's throwing blocks left and right. But you know what? He's keeping them in. Look at that bottom line. The unlikely successor. They found their little...
Ooh. That bottom line, right when you talked about that bottom line, it slid up. Denny moves to the outside there.
It's, you know that scene in the Terminator when he turns into the goo and slides between the bars? That's very much this formation. There's no shape to call here. It's just whatever works in that particular corner and look out. Which is definitely a little more of an exciting shake up in the front than we would typically see on Talladega in the first few laps, as the second lap for that matter.
Usually these boys will let their tires get warmed up a little bit before they start slicing and dicing like this, but Larry just went from first down to about sixth right there. The new leader of the race will be Denny Carroll in that Home Depot 41.
He's holding this tight there. Again, I'm like every time they're doing three, but it looks like they're split trying to anyway. So like, do we go? Do we stay? It's all up for grabs.
Can you get a bead on the 016 to see where he's sitting? Currently, it looks like he's about 14 seconds behind, so he must still be on the track.
Let me take a see. He is. Yeah, he's coming.
Simonic. So he's still running.
He's still running.
All by his lonesome, I would imagine.
He is. Yeah, he's a ways behind because obviously he's got some catching up to do. So maybe he's hoping for the yellow, seeing what he can. But he's got this thing just cranked right up. If the tack on there is accurate, he had it right around 9 there, and he maybe just grabbed a gear. I don't know if he's missing.
I'm going to see if I can back it up and find out what happened to Adam.
He's in fourth gear doing 180 right now, so I think he's just
not
missing
damaged.
That draft.
Yeah, he's not damaged. So here's the replay of what happened to Adam. He was sitting here in 12th position.
I'm watching.
Still getting up to speed.
Yeah.
Oh, something happened right there. He just got squirrely. I mean, if you're going to get squirrely, you might have to go to helicopter cam to this one. Oh, a little bit of a tap there. And he just went around, and he'll be totally fine. No damage on that car at all. So
what a recovery. I mean, obviously, it's too bad to be that far behind, but like I say, maybe he lucks out and he gets the yellow. You say somebody else's bad luck could be his good fortune.
Yep, and with pit stops coming up, you know what? Being a half lap out of the pack might be a good thing. Guys, maybe, these guys are really, really good at pitting under green flag conditions, coming out of turn 4, doing 200 mile an hour, and somehow getting it slowed down to 55 at the cone and not running over each other. But I mean, it can happen. So I mean, to be back a little bit might be good. He's definitely not going to be saving any fuel back there, though.
tonight being a shorter race of 38 laps, what's the fuel window in this one? You probably said it, and I probably wasn't listening. But was it 3 times?
It is 3 times, which means it'll probably be about lap 13. These guys will start running out of gas. So the window, I would say, will open at lap 12. We're halfway
What do you
there.
expect to see for tires? Typical, it wouldn't be very much on a shorter lap because it's not really a tire chewer. So
No, I'm thinking they'll probably change tires once. I know we've talked to drivers in the past about this, where they'll alternate. They'll go in, take left, second time around, take rights, and then maybe take rights again.
Especially if you're getting, if you're stopped for a full tank or 2 tanks of fuel, you might as well grab it because you're already sitting there. But maybe you don't want to waste the extra 3 seconds on getting both sides done. So
yeah, I think if you take 2 full cans and you only take 1 side worth of tires, it does save you like maybe half a second or a second. It doesn't seem like that much, but under green, it is a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Even half a second is a lot of time when you're traveling around at 200.
I thought it was more like 1 to 2 seconds. Now maybe I'll have to pay more attention on the next time you pit, or more specifically on the ones that you raced before on the Friday night leagues, just to see when you would go for like it always seemed like the fuel was done a second, maybe second and change before the tires got back to the ground. So like I wondered if you didn't take both sides, you're going to save. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe
You'll save a little bit. I always tend to take all 4 on the first stop, just because it's the first stop. It's a long race. Might as well get full complete service, and then the rest of the race you just kind of look at it. Some guys don't take tires ever. I mean, Adam definitely will be tonight because he had the old donut show going on back there.
Yeah, I absolutely will.
He might be getting close to being lapped here shortly. Currently showing about 34 seconds behind.
Shoot.
And a lap in the draft is about 48 seconds. So they might be catching him here.
No real sign of any reckless driving at the moment up front here. Now I say that and give them the Tarnation TV curse, but they've got that bottom line, which is about 3-4 cars longer, but the top line is holding its own, and everyone's, no one's getting too squirrely. Oh, look like someone is trying to start a third line. I smell a mutiny. Someone's jumping ship here. Nope, they backed out.
Whoa.
Nope.
Yeah, they're giving him a run for the money on the right side there.
They're finally
Denny Carroll.
that high line. There's Denny Carroll. Yeah, he's holding on though. He's got that low line. I think he's pretty happy where he is. Plus, he's got the 5-6 guys behind him there. So
I'm just looking at Dan and Brian Lovell challenging Carroll for that lead. If Lovell pushes Lovell,
their third line just broke out on the top, and that middle line might be left hanging because they're only 3 deep. Well, no, they've got 4 or 5 within the draft, but the bottom and the top line are definitely solid. So I'm thinking those guys might be making a move here. So damn close. Look at this. Holy smokes.
Yep. Another lead change. That will be, I think it's Brian Lovell leading that lap. So we've had Brian Lovell, we've had Denny Carroll, and we've had Randy Waugh and Larry Windham, all with a lap led tonight. So we're 10 laps in, and we've already got 4 lead changes.
I was watching that 3 wide from the helicopter view there, just from the top, and I'm watching your view on the camera on the replay side there, and I'm just going, it's amazing. This is like some Blue Angels nonsense. It's like I've been to you took me to the Shriners Parade, and we're just watching those guys weave in and out. It's something else to see. It's a joy to behold.
So here's a question for you, Brad. We're flirting with possible pit stops coming up here. Do you think 3 wide is a good choice?
I think 3 wide's great under green, and I'll tell you why. It's because I'm a great big knucklehead who knows nothing about racing whatsoever. I've got a jawline for TV and a hairline that just won't quit. That's back to you, Blaine.
Well, thank you, Brad. I'm just curious. If you're up on that third line, it's not going to be easy to get to the pits.
Unless they're going to alternate and the top of that third line wants to stay out and hold that extra 5 points. That's my only guess.
That is possible. Denny Carroll back in the lead again. Adam Simonik now being lapped. You can see that blue car on your screen. He looks like he's going to hold that low line.
Right, and sorry, I got my helicopter view here. Is it Nate? No, who's got the red number? Is it the 9?
The 9 is Chris Elliott, Doritos.
I'm going to call him Lightning McQueen because from the sky, that's what it looks like. But all right. So Lightning McQueen is coming up the ka-chow. No. But yeah, so he was on the top, leading the top line there. And obviously on the last move, he just quickly found the bottom. So I thought if anybody, it would be him hanging out, going for that extra lap. And it looks like he's almost indecisive there too. He's like, should I throw the block here? And I don't know. Maybe not. He's going to, just we'll wait and see. No, they're going to bypass it again.
Green flag pit stops are occurring.
Oh, correct. No, we got green.
Yep. We've got
Are they going to make it
accident
over the line in time? Oh, it looks like they did. Okay, good. There doesn't look like any. I remember this, the hiccup when, if you get in the yellow before while you're in pit lane. You're telling me about that one time, right?
Yeah, is anybody down the pit lane? Yeah, we'll see here. We're going to follow Brian Wolf down pit road here. Oh, no, we're not. I just lost him. He might just drive straight through to avoid a penalty.
Chris Elliott, I was watching his car, so he made it through, and I don't believe it had gone yellow before he got to the line. So I think him and the 2 cars in front of him would have been fine. I don't know the rest of them if that would have come into play or not, but
right. It looks like
all
Brian,
NASCAR-y.
Yeah, it looks like Brian Wolf drove through the pits. So he was going to the pits to get service, and then this accident happened.
Yeah, so the accident happened first. Looks like there's something on the high line, but there's also a little one on the bottom too, because watch the middle. Oh, did he just blink out there?
It's possible, yeah. I'm thinking somebody blinked somewhere.
Somebody blinked.
Oh, somebody blinked a lot. He disappeared and hasn't come back yet. There he is. It might be Outlaw. Who's that car? I got to find that car. He's right in there somewhere. He comes back. I think that is Outlaw. It is Outlaw. So Outlaw disappears. That might have been cause.
Okay, so he's gone so far. So okay.
I'm just trying to see the cause of the wreck. I don't know if these guys saw the disappearing car.
There's two. There's this one that happens right in the bottom corner with the purple and the pink car there, and then there's one that happens just towards between the bottom and the middle line where somebody got turned because of an abrupt, not abrupt lane change, but they were breaking for the pits, and somebody got caught up.
Yeah.
So here's that one, right? Now watch also.
Oh wow, 67.
Not only that,
flipped
but look
right
at
over
on the below the yellow line. Now right
another
there,
one down
see?
there. Yeah.
Is that our buddy? Is that Ulysses in the yellow?
That's
Mellow Yellow.
That's Nate in the 079 bright green car. And it is Ulysses down there. Yeah.
In the white with the green? That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. That's his.
Yeah, he got into Nate, and then Alex took care of the rest of Nate. So there's a bunch of cars that are going to be sustaining some damage, unfortunately.
Oh, one guy's door banging all the way around the corner. So it's yellow there, right? So I'm just saying the group that went into the pit stop before, that's just because I was watching them pit. That's what I saw was they went in, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they made it under the green into there, but otherwise, is that a lap or is that a 30-second penalty? What was the damage on that one?
As far as penalties go for pitting in a closed pit?
Yes.
That'll be an end of the longest line penalty because it happened under yellow.
Gotcha.
So you are allowed to drive down the pits, and if you take service, you will get that penalty. So that's why it looked like we watched Brian Wolf drive straight through the pits because he was committed to hit the pits. And he knows that as long as he just drives through, they won't give him a penalty. If he stops for service...
6, Elliott to the booth.
Sometimes you have to stop for service because you're going to run out of gas. Good evening, 56.
Yeah.
What can we do for you?
I'll brought you down one of my favorite people.
Among the favorite people, Javier Negron. How you doing today, bud?
Hey.
How you doing, Blaine? Brian?
Brad.
Good, man. How about yourself?
Doing good.
How's that car looking after the little tussle there? It looks like you kept it clean, though. I noticed you're running a Hoonigan. You must be running a Ken Block theme.
Yeah, I noticed it. I saw it, so I said, let me try that paint scheme and check it out. Seems nice.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I was doing good. I didn't get into anything. I was behind Jeff a lot. He kind of moved up to the wall, so I went low on him, but I didn't touch him or anything like that. But I'm good. I'm good so far.
Were you able to take service on the car without getting a penalty under yellow?
Yeah, I took 2 rights and gas.
Right on. So it looks like we're going to definitely have to pit one more time. So what's this plan then? Or is it super top secret? I'm guessing no tires?
Probably, because that's my issue right now since I've been racing here is strategy. That's what's hurting me right now. So hopefully the way it goes, probably no tires.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the tires. We always talk to guys about that with the 3X multiplier. The tires, it's a shorter race, so the tires probably still won't be that big of a thing, but at least it...
Yeah, because I was looking at it right after the caution, and my left side is still real good, so I decided to just go with the rights.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Get some track position. Showing you're currently in 6th place, so that's a good spot to be.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't come too often, so
we take it when we can get it.
For sure.
Hey Jeff, are you still in here? Do you want to say anything to Javier before we let him go?
No, I just want to say thanks to Javier for coming out. Any shout outs you want to throw out there to your family and friends?
Shout out to my wife, daughter, and family from Puerto Rico.
There you go. Well, thanks for coming out tonight, man. It's our first race on Thursday. Let's just keep rocking and rolling and fill the field in a couple weeks. That's our goal.
Yep. All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, buddy. I'll let you finish my play.
Yep, that's it, man. Thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, good luck the rest of the race. Hopefully we see you out here
right,
for the
thanks,
rest of the season, too. Consistency is key. If you show up every week, you never know, man. Could be a championship.
Points.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you to Javier Negron in the number 4 car, the Hoonigan Ride. That's a cool paint job.
That is cool. I do like that one. I'm a fan of a lot of them, though, too. I was like, I like that one. I like that one, too. Dang, I can't choose.
No, don't ask me to choose. Let's go through the field a little bit here. So there we go. We'll just go backwards from Javier in the 4. Behind him, we got Gary Mingus in the 12. Ken Huntsberger in the 066. Right beside him, Nate Balser. Looks like he may have hopefully fixed the damage that occurred on that. Definitely needed tires and maybe some repairs as well, as he got hit pretty hard by Alex.
Yeah.
I need a camera angle that I can see stuff. Wait, where are we going here?
It was number 91. He retired.
Sean Dodson?
That was, yeah.
Wonder why he retired. He got involved in that wreck, but it didn't look like he had enough damage to worth retiring.
Right now we got number 96 is 2 laps down, and 68 and 6016 are both 1 lap down currently at the moment.
So those last 2 you mentioned, Adam Simonik and Doug Firth, both of those guys will be the lucky dogs. So the Adam and Outlaw will be back on the lead lap when we go green.
All right.
56. Hey, Sean Dodson, we're just talking about you, man. What happened? You retired.
Yeah, my car was really pretty destroyed after that one.
Hey, real quick, Lane, could you throw him back up there when you're done? When it's getting ready to go green. I just want you to talk to him real quick.
I can't quit my game.
Step for
it. Oh yeah, so you got tied up in that that scuffle there, and it caused you to retire. That's bad enough damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, it crumpled in my whole front end, so engine damage and all that good stuff. Yeah, I thought we were gonna, green flag pit stops were starting, and there were four cars of us in a line up on top of the track, and I thought we were just gonna go around and go again, and someone checked up right in front of me and the whole thing just happened.
Yeah, we saw that there was a checkup up there, and, especially when you're up near the wall, there's nowhere to go.
Right, and I just was caught off guard by it. I thought we were just going to cruise right on in a line and go around and pit the next time, and they slowed up in front of me. I just wasn't prepared for it at all.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. Are you able to make it out here every week?
I'm hoping so. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's too bad to retire out of this race, but I mean, there's 10 more, so that's always a bonus.
Yeah, it happens. It's Talladega, so.
Yeah. Right on, man. Well, I guess we'll let you go. Jeff is probably right now in the tri-oval, so he's not going to be able to pull you out of here, but we'll let you.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Thanks, Jeff.
All
Thanks,
right,
Sean.
guys. Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
Currently focusing on Larry D in the 188 in 5th position. We should check out the lead car right now. Randy Waugh, another leader of this race. 22 drivers on the track, and we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lead changes. 5 different leaders. And Graham, Brian Lovell, Larry Windham, Denny Carroll, Randy Waugh.
Right?
Why not, eh?
It's well, the whole first 12 laps were just chaos. Like, it was just back forth. It was anybody's, again, never ever to call a race like that, but it just could have gone any which way. So it was hard to really talk about now he's in first. Now he is.
Mm-hmm. Currently Randy Waugh, and he's holding that middle line, which is the fastest way around this track. So if he can hold that middle line, Denny and Dan look like they are content to push him. Randy Waugh on the 21, right. Alabama. Roll Tide.
Hey, now. We are just literally at the halfway point. Lap 19. Yo, listen. This is the truth. Halfway.
Yeah, can't be halfway. Half of 38 is not an odd number, bro. Were you crazy?
Oh, listen. There's a 1 and a 9 involved. And we carry the 1. Hold on. Let me get my shoes off.
Let me get my abacus. I got my abacus. 1 second.
There we go.
And so we'll start.
I need some counting beans.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So yeah, it's hard to seem like it's halfway because it's a short race, but it's that much more exciting. Anything could happen, and every lap counts. Dang.
And now a word from our sponsor, Tarnation TV Turbo. We do whatever we want on Tarnation TV Turbo, and there's no filter, and it's a little bit unprofessional,
risque, borderline stupid. I probably wouldn't watch it.
Me neither, but you know what? We do what we want.
Be honest with you. But, hey.
We contribute to it, but we don't watch it. That'd be silly.
No. Right? Oh, right. What do we got going on in the YouTube chat? You see this? Some chatter out of the corner of my eye.
YouTube.com/@Tarnation TV Turbo.
Oh, that's for the turbo, yes.
I gotta do the sound effect.
The slide was a little penny was.
Oh, smoke show back straightaway.
Oh my goodness!
Same spot as last time. Green will stay out. Let's back that up and take a look.
Exactly.
Coming out of turn 2. Coming out of turn 2. That took a lot of cars. That looked like Nate again.
But we're still under green.
Yeah. Oh. Makarski hits the wall really hard. Holy moly. Pat.
Oh, I guess they got off. Oh, yeah, he's going to lose the trunk lid for that one for sure.
I don't know. That might be the end of Pat's day.
You think so?
Yeah, that's a hard nose. Coming out of turn 2 onto the back straightaway, slid up a lane into Nate and went and plugged that thing right into that wall. Nate looks like he'll be all right.
But he pancaked his ass end, though. That's what I'm thinking. Oh,
no, I'm looking at Pat in the purple car.
Mistake. I thought you look at the green. I'm like, he just solidly tanked his trunk. That one I saw when, he gave that a big old smoocher to the wall.
Let's see. We're live right now on Pat, and Pat has retired.
What's crazy to me is that was a pretty stellar crash at the end with the smoke, and it was still not even a yellow to be seen. I guess because they got off the track, spun off so quickly. I guess is there a time limit like within there, or is it just because if it's not affecting anyone, if it's behind the pack, then it doesn't count? Is that the idea?
Yeah, if you were, especially there coming out of 2, if they shoot down below that yellow line, you're not in the path of any oncoming cars, and the yellow won't come out because you're not a danger to anyone.
That makes sense.
And that's the thing. If you slide back up into the racing line and somebody's coming, yellow will come out. If there's nobody coming, you can be driving around out there doing 4 miles an hour and nothing will happen. So that's just one of those things. That back straightaway is great because there's so much tarmac back there to drive on. But
Jeff Elliott just broke loose and started to form a bottom line there, trying to put it 3 wide. Does he have anybody with him?
Brian Wolf is coming. And he's got the 24 right behind him of Graham McDonald. Ken Huntsberry at the right side of your screen there in the New York Yankees car, falling a little bit out of the draft.
There's
Garland Oaks pulls to the bottom.
He sees that opening and he takes it.
Yes, he does.
My goodness.
Gary Mingus is also looking for a spot down there, but he's going to be trapped in the center. Still leading the pack, Randy Waugh in the 21, followed by Denny Carroll. Chris Elliott up to the high line all by himself. Is he losing speed?
I don't know. I was actually not following it close. I was following the chase cam of Mr. Oaks here, and then just following this line of cars. So there's 5 in a row that everyone's just holding up pretty tight here.
Chris might be looking for a power-up or something.
Just looking to the back of the pack here, we've got Ulysses. Looks like he's maybe lost a gear because he's in gear 3 doing 179. So I don't know if he's just missing the gear or maybe just because he can't get the pack. But
that's weird. Yeah, I wonder why he's running in third because he's going to cook the tack on that one.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the camera view here.
Larry Wyndham to the pits.
Interesting strategy.
25
13
laps.
laps left. You think he's got this? Is he planning 13?
That seems early for me, but I think you're right.
That's just like the boldest strategy of all time. He did the math.
Mm-hmm.
He did the monster math.
He did the math. That's pretty good. I know where you're going at. I know you know me.
That was terrible. Get out of here. You're looking at the Tarnation at the YouTube chat. Craig Hagley's like, we're at turbos where all the shenanigans are at.
Yeah, that's one word for it. Gosh darn it. All the heck.
All the tomfoolery. And the,
There we go. We're pitting. We are pitting right now. Getting that thing slowed down to 55 mile an hour. Adam Simonek in the 016.
So he was a man ahead of his time there. So you know what? I'm going to put it down here while the getting's good and come out on top of this. Yeah, it looks like everyone's come up on Ulysses here now. He's giving them the high, so there are lots of room to... they've started 3 lines on the bottom 2. A little bit of... getting a little bit loose here.
Larry D was scored last lap around in first place in that 188 Donald Trump car. So they're probably getting ready to pit. Here they come.
Oh, who's staying out? We've got...
Nice. Everybody gets on clean again. Oaks, D, Wolf,
Gary Mingus
and
holding
McDonald
out for the points for the front of the line here.
Oh, right on. So we're gonna have more lead changes.
Followed by the boss himself, Mr. Elliott. And right behind him, looks like we got Chris Elliott bringing that up as well.
I'm a big fan of Peacher's sponsor in the number 5. Fireball Whiskey.
The whiskey?
The whiskey.
It burns when it goes down, so you know it's good. That's how you know it's working.
Ooh, there's the Black Rifle Coffee camera. We currently got no cars on the track on the back straightaway.
Nope.
I've lost control of my cameras. There we go.
A little bit of smoke on the pit entrance there, but everything is A-OK.
Currently on board with Dan Level, following Denny Carroll and Randy Waugh. This is what the driver sees. If anybody does want to start playing this simulator, you can drive it in the cockpit, and some of these guys do. It is blinding when you're in a 3-wide situation.
Right.
But it is very cool.
So, with that pit stop...
I drive like this on the roof.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brad, go ahead about the pit stop.
No, I was going to say that's given him a pretty good spot. He came back out at 11th. All that considered, and I think there's still a couple that may have to pit in front of him as well too. So he's got himself. I thought so that was as well too early. Actually, you know what? He just bumped up to 7 now too. I guess we're getting some lap information as people are coming out of the pits and things are changing accordingly. But for being in the lead and then taking the pits there, then I'm like, I don't know. That seemed, again, in my expert opinion, I was like, like you, I'm like, is that a bit early? But he obviously knew. He did the math on it. He's got enough fuel, and he knew that get out before anybody else had a chance to tangle with him. I guess that's probably the biggest thing. That's the one thing that causes more wrecks than anything.
And Javier Negron just did the same thing. He led a lap as well, so he's got some bonus points under his belt. Stayed out. He'll be able to make it to the end on this stop.
5 points, right?
That's it.
Every bit counts.
Yeah.
That's the difference of that. Front pack here: Randy Waugh, Denny Carroll, Dan Lavelle. Millimeters, quarter inch off each other's bumper. Let's not bring a metric to an Imperial fight.
No.
Oh, Chris Elliott swinging out on the bottom line, thinking he's going to start something here with
Alex Moe.
His car because it's red. Alex Moe, is that who it is? And look, yeah, Alex Moe catching up on the draft, and this pack of 5 is pretty snug.
You know something, Brad? I got a question for you.
You.
Looking at the way this pack is broken up on this green flag run, these 5 cars at the front are currently racing each other with only packs of 3 and 2 behind them. If they get together as a team, they could pull away.
All 5 of them?
All 5 in a line are faster than the 4 behind them. But I do believe that
the final lap or 2.
Yeah, I mean,
and then
yeah.
All bets are off. But honestly, at this point, there it goes.
Yeah, they will definitely.
So
Brian Wolf, that group behind, you can see in the shot there, led by Brian Wolf, will definitely catch these guys if they keep continuing to race each other this hard.
I was going to say the truce lasted for about 3 seconds, and then they split off for the high line, and they got back together. So much like the Beatles in the final couple years, it's a bit tumultuous up front, and you can see Yoko's in there causing some trouble as well. That's why there's 5.
Yeah. Lots of eyes being rolled.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What's with the screeching? It's really exciting, yeah. I haven't even looked behind to see where everybody is behind this.
Oh, Randy is choosing a different line? Oh, maybe not. It's really exciting to see Randy Waugh leading this thing. You do not see that Burgundy, Alabama car up front.
No.
It's been a little while. I mean, I have seen it up front, but it has been a while. And he is dominating this race, Brad. He's led 13 laps. He's got the most laps led so far.
Right. He's a man on a mission at this point.
He's doing great. He got a lot of good pushing there, of course, from Carroll and Lovell.
And the rest of the pack is pretty well split up, too. Like, we've got like 4, 1, and 3, and 4.
We have a group led by Larry Wyndham with Joe Peacher, Ken Huntsberry, Javier Negron, but they're about 18 seconds off the leader. So they're about quarter to a half lap behind. And they won't be able to catch this main pack.
Not at this point, no. 5 laps left. Race back situation. Race back? This
Yes.
one, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yep.
But still time for a possible 1-lap shootout.
Chris was getting a run. Chris was getting a run on the bottom, and then Waugh and Carroll just slammed the door on him. And they are coming up to lap traffic here now, too.
Right, everybody get skinny.
Hey, now. Everybody stay in line at the top. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Javier Negron, Nate Balser.
Scooch a little more.
Yeah. Just quit hogging all the track, you guys.
Oh.
They're not damaged. They're just got out of cycle there on those pit stops. Nate might have a little bit of damage. It looks like Randy Waugh wants to claim that bottom line with Brian Wolf. I wonder if that's a good idea.
Danny Carroll's in his glorious spot, towards the front. He likes that middle line, and that's the one that we know to be the fastest way around the trap.
Yeah.
But Chris Elliott wants a piece of that action too. Look at so then he's blocking 2 lanes here. He's like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one was still led by Randy being scored there on first. That was close.
Chris Elliott
At
made
the
a play for the
line-
top line, and that cost him about like 8 spots.
At the line, they were
Unfortunately.
0.02 away from each other, so that was a close one.
But he's
I
not
don't
out.
know. Would you, if
He was like-
Denny was pushing you all day, would you abandon him?
I mean, I'd abandon you for a Klondike bar. So
That's
I
true.
wouldn't. I'm probably not the best person to
Yeah.
ask in terms of
No.
character.
I need to
as
phone
I'm
a friend.
complete monster. Yeah, you might want to find one.
Well, look what happened, right? He was looking at that bottom line, and now Carroll is in front. He's going to lead this lap.
Right, and he's got it pretty substantially too. Randy Waugh fell back. Chris Elliott fell back. They were just last lap. They were 3 wide and jockeying for position. But again, it's still not too late to change. The bottom and the top line now broke off into 3. And
I mean, it's still a couple laps to the finish. It's lap 36 of 38 currently. So, I mean, Randy can get back to the front. It's going to take some moves, though, because he's currently looking like he's in about 7th right now. Maybe 5th.
okay, no. So Ulysses, he's got gear 4. Maybe it was just a weird hiccup on my side there. He's holding his own in the front of the pack on the top line there.
But he is a lap down, correct? I believe.
Yeah, so maybe he's hoping on the. Would he
3.
Would he qualify for a lucky dog?
No.
Oh, he's 3 down. Okay, so he's in the pack though.
Yeah. Lucky dogs would be Javier Negron and Outlaw in the 68. We are coming around here to the white flag. Randy is back on that middle line. Danny Carroll leading this pack, followed by Dan Lovell and Larry D.
Unless they can get a couple more to the top line there and get pushing behind everybody there. Danny Carroll is holding this firm.
White flag is in the air. We got one more lap to go. You know what that means? 2.66 miles left. And we will find out who wins race number 1 of 11 of the brand new I'm on Fire series.
Right, I'm cheering. I'm not gonna say we obviously have no effect on the outcome of this race, but always fun to see, especially when he's been racing and holding the front of the pack as good as he has all night. This is a well-deserved win if he can hold on to it.
Well, and the entire Carroll family in the chat there too. Eddie Carroll, come on, Denny, you got your family here in Pensacola rooting for you all the way.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. Give him a shove. But as long as it's straight, keep.
These guys are related. Dan and Denny are related. Yeah. Oh, we got Randy a little bit sideways.
Nothing there. He got it. No, come on. What's
Holy moly!
Oh, he's pushing up. Look
Randy
at this.
makes a push for the podium. Danny's got it. That win.
What? Congratulations,
Denny
sir.
Carroll. Yellow flag is out. I don't know why. It doesn't matter why. The win goes to Denny Carroll.
Get out of here.
And I'm waiting for an update on the stats. I don't know if Randy Waugh got a podium finish. No, he did not. Larry D was 0.163 behind Denny, and Randy Waugh was 0.170.
That's a hard loss.
1/10th of a second.
That's a hard lump to take when you're racing your heart out. Like, come on. Really? I mean, if it was turbo, I'd probably have a few more descriptors. But meantime, I'd be, oh, shucks. That's what I would say.
Congratulations to Denny Carroll, man. I mean,
he's out there taking that flag for a spin. Well deserved. Look at
Pat
that.
McCarskey. It's funny, Pat McCarskey retired because of a tire puncture, according to my stats. I thought it would have been an engine failure. Waiting for the burnout.
And here's what it begins. Your winner, a white cloud of smoke.
Yes. That's all we can see. He stopped doing the burnout already.
Tonight's winner is Tommy Chong.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Wow, what a race that was, man. First race of the season of the series, and it comes right down to that where we're wondering if Randy made the right move.
That was fantastic.
And then Denny wins the race, it's like, well, who could have been in front of him? It could have been Randy. But, you know, you make those decisions to change lines and maybe get a block. And I mean, it's not a bad call jumping in front of Brian Wolf.
Hell yeah, to the Winnebago.
Oh, absolutely.
Jeffrey, go ahead. The floor is yours.
What a quick race that was, wasn't it? So,
It was an awesome race.
yeah,
It was, absolutely.
not too bad for the first one. I like to bring the runner-up of the podium, top 4. So just give Randy a little kudos for what he's done tonight. He actually had a lead, I believe, for a few times. So
Oh, he
here we go.
led the most laps.
Well, here you go. I'm gonna drop him right now.
Randy, wow, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Oh man, that's a lot of fun, dude. You were rolling that. You got the most laps of the night. You and Denny both led 16 of those 38 each. So domination, to say the least.
Yeah, but that last lap's the one that counted.
So what about the call to abandon Denny? He was pushing you pretty good the whole time, and then you just, you know, I mean, Brian Wolf, he's no slouch either. You chose to go with him, and then, you know, it didn't pay off, but it kind of did. 4th place ain't too bad.
Yeah, I was working with Denny all night, and he was working with me, and they were coming low, so I went to block him, and he stayed high, so that kind of broke us up, and so he got a little more help than I did there at the end.
Yeah, I noticed you both went down there, so that was looking really cool. Like, man, you guys are sticking together. This is going to be great. And then it just kind of, everything happened so fast, you know. All of a sudden, it evaporated.
Yeah, man. We all got tight there at the end, and I was trying to get by Larry, and man, I think he got me by about half an inch or less. It was very close, and he ran a great race too, and it was a lot of fun, man. It just a lot of good action, good driving. These guys are great. This league's great, and I really had fun.
Yeah, that was great watching the green flag pit stops, breaking up the pack. Yeah, man, for the first race of a series like this, it was a lot of fun to broadcast this race, a lot of fun to watch, and it was over in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes a little quick. That went by really fast for us because we're in there concentrating and everything. So you know how time flies when you're having fun.
That's it. That's the name of the game.
Well, you know what? One thing, Randy, time you get where you want to be 3 wide, 2 wide, we have to pit again. So it's a whole different ball game when it's 3X. So I got caught on the outside myself and on that first run. But hey, man, congratulations on 4th place. It's a long season. Good start. Top 12 make points. So heck, looks like it's from Adam. If you're listening, if you go back and watch this 016. You're 12, so if everything checks out, you're in the playoffs right now. So, you know, so a lot of people can get in. So, good job tonight, Randy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to do a shout out to my son, Corey, because he's going to be watching this with me tomorrow, and I know he's going to love watching it. Shout out to Zach Venture, good friend of mine, and he likes to watch, and Derek Bishop also. So, I hope they're watching tonight and enjoyed it. And hopefully next time we can get a win.
Well, the good thing about this, Randy, I don't think any of us won a championship in what's going to come out here tonight or the next coming weeks. So it gives an opportunity to get some wins. And look at Denny winning the first one. That's awesome. So hopefully we'll rotate those wins. Great job, man. And as the field grows throughout the weeks and the seasons, man, we'll bump up the laps and make it a little bit longer. But it is a work night, week. We all got to go to work tomorrow, most of us. So anyways, Blaine, thanks for that. I'll run Randy up there, and I'll grab, looks like it's Larry D.
I just want to say real quick, I was looking at this time. Larry beat me by 0.007 of a second.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Brad, anything you like to throw at Randy real quick? He said, nope, Jeffrey, I went to the bathroom. Okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, it's, I was just having myself muted there because I had some cough going on. Just fantastic racing. In fact, I've been talking a little bit here. I didn't realize I was even muted anymore, so there's that. But anyways, no, great racing today. I really like this new format. Hopefully the drivers did as well, too. But it was so much more fun. Not just more fun to call. It was nice for something different, and it was an amazing and exciting race. So it was great driving, watching you up front there as well. It was anybody's race, honestly. Till those last few laps, it could have gone anyway, so I was good racing. You know what? Like you say, 7,000ths of a second. Get out of here!
Yeah.
Like you couldn't even measure that. I mean, like you
I
say,
could.
well, yeah, you could because you know math. But listen, don't brag. Okay? I'm trying to sound smart on the radio. Shush.
I have a math degree, so I can relate.
There you go.
But I want to thank you guys for televising this. I really love these televised races and being able to get my family and friends involved with it.
Well, you watch this one back, man. You're all over this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate it, and I'm going to go watch it back here in just a few minutes.
Awesome. Thanks, Randy.
Have yourself a good night.
Y'all
Thanks,
have a good
Randy.
4th.
Next week, man.
right.
Well, actually,
coming up.
we're doing the first because we're Canadian, eh? But yeah, you guys have a good 4th, and we'll have a good 1st.
We're also close enough to the border that we could sneak down for the 4th too, because those guys know how to put on a party, and the fireworks down there are incredible compared to the just the Roman candles and other nonsense that we're left with up here. All these laws about safety. I'm doing air quotes around safety. I just want to blow some stuff up. So come on, Canada, get your act together, or we'll just go across the line and celebrate the 4th because, like I say, those guys know how to do it up in style.
Come on. We're glad to have you.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. We're going to go get Larry D before he falls asleep.
Awesome.
Right?
All right. See you guys.
Thanks,
Randy.
The 1st and the 4th all happen in the same week, so let's party because our country's just got a whole year older. Larry D, 3rd place finish, barely.
Yeah, it was tough. I thought Randy was going to take me, but I just kept that pedal mashed.
Like such an amazing race, like the first race of this series, man. Like, was it as fun to drive in it as it was to broadcast it?
This was an absolute blast to race. You know, Blaine, as you can imagine, Sandra and I have had a pretty tough week. And
yeah, man. Sorry to hear. Was it Zach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How old was Zach?
Poor kid. He was only 8.5 years old, almost 9. He was a rescue, of course. All our dogs have been rescued, and cancer got to him.
Yeah.
And every day, Zach and I would sit outside, and I would talk, and he would listen. He was a hell of a listener. He was a 95-pound yellow lab, and I have a pretty large piece of property, and I was able to bury him right here on my property. And I still have continued to sit next to his grave and talk to him. And tomorrow, I'm going to tell him all about this race. And all I did was pray tonight that I could make him proud. You know, a lot of the guys say that we lose our dogs too soon, Lane, Brad, and Jeff. But I got to tell you, I do have a theory that when our dogs leave us, they do go up to heaven and they talk to the man and they tell the man just what kind of a person that we have been. So Zach was called up to heaven much too early. And I'll tell you what, it's hard for me to even say his name without having a pain in my chest and a lump in my throat. He was my best buddy.
Yeah, dogs, like I say it too, the only thing wrong with dogs is they don't live long enough. But you're right, like we've had the same thing. We've got a nephew I have a nephew that has a farmland, and there's horses, cats, birds, dogs, everything on that property. He's got like a corner of it that's reserved for, putting them to rest. So it's pretty wild. And I've been out there more than once, unfortunately, helping dig holes. But I
think the best way I've heard it put was that they burn like fast like a candle. They basically they live and they love so hard for those 7, 10, 5, whatever, how many years, that it's basically a lifetime worth on their end of it, just because it's nothing but morning till night. They're just always happy to see you. They're just always there. They're just like they're giving 100%, unless they're just laying on the couch being lazy, which of course they do sometimes too. But like when they're on, and they just like, there's no like, oh, you're okay. Like, hey, you're my favorite person ever. Let's go do stuff. And that's all they wanted. All they exist to do is just to be with you. That's literally their day. And so when that's your whole day, that's a lot expand a lot. I think they give a lot back too. So, but anyways, of course, always sorry to hear that. But
yeah,
always, give the other animals a pet if you got some. Of course, that always, I know it doesn't make it better, but you know what, sharing the pain with somebody, or I'm sure they're missing their partner too if they had any companions. So.
Well, hey, real quick, I like to chime in, Larry. I know it was an emotional race for you. Top three, man. You hit the podium, obviously for a reason tonight. Good run. Okay, thanks for coming out tonight. And we all talked about our dogs before. You guys didn't hear this underneath the covers of TeamSpeak, but we had a guy who lost his dog today. I believe it was Graham. So,
oh jeez,
they're part of the family. I've lost one in my hands. I think we all experienced this one time or another in life. So, anyways, Larry, God bless you. Hang in there, man. He's up there with the rest of our dogs, laughing, having a good old time playing, and looking at you drive that race car.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to believe that's true. Like somebody much wiser than me said, the dog is not your whole life, but you're the dog's whole life.
That's exactly.
Treat them, love them, and appreciate them while you have them. Don't take them for granted. I think you know what I'm trying to say. It's just hard for me to talk about it right now.
100%.
Well, listen,
100% gotcha.
We got to get to these other two older fellas in case they fall asleep up there. Blaine, I'll let you wrap it up with Larry. Good to see you, Larry. Hang in there, my friend. Hang in there. We care about you. That's why we do this league. We care about people. So thanks for coming. Blaine, finish it up. And Larry, I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll say thanks for sharing, Larry. And yeah, sorry to hear about Zach, but we'll see you here next week running. And this race was a lot of fun. So many more to go.
Shout out.
Thank you.
One big shout out, Larry. What is it?
A big shout out to my wife, Sandra, who has been my rock during this entire situation in this past week. She has helped me to stay strong.
Amen. All right, buddy. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week or this weekend, or we have fun races this weekend.
A shout out to my son Scott, who came here when the vet came to the house to end it all. Scott was here by my side to support me. So, Scott, with all my heart, I love you. Thank you.
Cool beans. All right, Blaine. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Brad.
You bet.
Thanks, Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Blaine.
Somber evening, but you know what? Exactly. Thank you for coming out and for sharing that with us too. It's always, you know what? Sometimes it takes the load off a little bit.
Thanks,
right?
Brad.
Thank you.
All right, fellas. Was it Dan? Dan in second place. Here we go.
I wonder if Larry will put Zach on his car.
That could be something.
We actually have Zach and him, I believe, in a picture. And we had picture doggy weekend, if you remember, in season 1.
I think we do. Yeah.
We'll find that.
Bro.
Dan Lovell's second place. That's you're one of the. Oh, I actually didn't lead a lap. I thought you did. It says 0. What's going on with that? So many of those top guys led at least one, but anyway, man, a second place finish is always amazing. What a great way to start a brand new series with a second place finish.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, I was just riding with my teammates. I wasn't really trying to get up there and force anything. Wasn't really looking for the lead or the win. Just stayed grouped up with my teammates the whole race. Me, Denny, Randy Waugh, Brian tried to stay together and just to make the best of it. Unfortunate for Brian Lovell, he got caught up in a couple of, he created the situation himself and took 4 tires instead of 2 and got him behind us out of sync with us, and then he got caught up in that last wreck. But yeah, just trying to stay clean, get the best finish I can, push my teammate to a win. Congratulations, Denny.
Yeah, you guys were keeping a nice clean lineup there with Randy. You guys were all staying in line there, and it's fun to watch, especially with the green flag pit stops. I love that stuff. How it just sort of throws a wrench into the whole thing where everybody gets kind of strung out, split up. And like you're saying, making a mistake on the pit call, taking 4 instead of 2. Now you're just it might only be half a second. That's a big deal at 200 miles an hour. So.
Oh yeah, half a second makes a huge difference on these super speedways, because you lose a half a second, you lose the draft, then you're 5-6 seconds back. He had to regroup with the group behind us, and they had enough to catch up to us. There I didn't expect them to really reel us in, but we had a couple other cars up there in the mix that were kind of going outside, inside, and didn't really work with us. Chris Elliott and them and Pack, they kind of tried to make their own moves, but 3 aren't going to pass 2 ever. So it just kind of slowed down that lead pack of 5 and allowed them to catch us. So it made it interesting at the end, though. So I always like an interesting race at the end, and a lot of green flag racing, not a lot of caution. So I'm proud of the race. Everybody did a good job.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch, that's for sure. It's not a dull moment. A couple of spinouts too that didn't even bring out yellows were a big. Happened a couple times actually. Guys went at a turn 2 and just kind of went straight to the wall out of the racing line, and we're like, "Oh, that's not going to be yellow flag racing." But then you get some lap traffic in the deal too, which always throws a wrench into some things sometimes.
Well, I hope on the broadcast there was some commentary on that last pit me and Denny took, because if you noticed, I was right on his tail when we pitted. I mean, right up on top of him. That was a beautiful pit stop. I loved it.
We were trying to cover a few things actually. We saw some guys hot pitting, and who pit early? It was Larry that pit really early,
and you as well. I think
me, Denny, and Randy pitted early.
Yeah,
and we were uncertain about that. That seems like a bit early, but then obviously you guys, who's out there racing and winning, and podium finishing. So who are we to talk?
we had a plan. I assure you, we had a plan.
Right.
Well, don't even ask what the plan was, because they're not going to tell you.
No,
it's a top secret plan.
It's all science.
That's why it's a secret plan. Exactly.
Oh man. Well, that was, like I said, a great race, awesome, and we'll, hopefully we'll see you back here next week, man. Just fantastic race, and I guess we got to go talk to Denny now. Get the whole family in here. What's the relation with Denny? Are you guys related somehow?
Well, not really. We grew up together. I've known him since he was 2 years old. He grew up in the same town. Me and my brother next to me, we were all older than Brian and Greg and Denny. They were all like 5-6 years younger than us. So we grew up beating them up when they were kids, So.
Yeah, so you're basically brothers.
Is that why Greg is so forceful with you guys today? He's just paying you back a little bit.
Just a little bit.
25 years later. Anyways, I just want to chime in real quick, Blaine and Brad. Dan, thanks for being one of the admins out here. We're going to turn this Thursday night into something special over time. Glad you're racing out here with us. And great group. What, we had 24 on the first night. You can't ask for a better race than that on a first inaugural race. So we missed the rest of you guys at RTG, BSR, wherever you are, FSB. We'll meet up again on the weekends, but we are here for Thursday night to stay. Right, Dan?
Oh, yeah. Glad I could join, and it's been a pleasure racing in this league, and tonight was just an awesome race. I'm on fire. Definitely it was an on-fire race tonight. Everybody did a great job. Some really good competitive racing and some hard racing, and, just minor incidents, not really any bad cautions. So it was great.
It went by quick, though, but, we'll make them longer as we get bigger. But thanks for coming out, Dan. Let me go get that old fart before he falls.
Yeah, I want to give a shout-out to my wife and my family and everybody watching, too. Thank you guys for, supporting and watching us. So love you, Bonnie, and love you, family.
Well, I'll let you finish up with Blaine real quick. Congratulations on second place tonight. A good start, top 12, make it. Even Adam, if you're listening, watch this broadcast, because you're still in 12th, so that means you're in the playoffs right now, buddy. Being a lap down out of the get-go. So, Blaine, take it over, buddy.
Oh, I think we've said it all, man. So, yeah, thanks a lot for joining us, Dan. Congratulations on second, and we'll see you next week.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. Appreciate you guys for what you do, Blaine, Brad. Good job.
Lots of fun.
Thank you.
Jason, thanks for making it fun to call.
Yes, sir.
He's going to win next week. Promise.
You think so? That's the call?
Yep.
It's early to take, but I'll give you $5, but you got to give me odds.
Odds? 100%.
I don't know. Yeah, 100%. 100% he's going to win? All right. You tell me that's a quick way to lose $5?
Yes.
Not that I'm going to bet against them, but you never know. I'm just saying the odds of it twice in a row, there's a lot of talent on that track. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there definitely is. Denny, Carroll, and Randy Waugh leading 16 laps each, tied for the most laps. So bonus points all over the place. Denny, congratulations on first.
Thank you. I told him I had to share something with him, so I shared laps later.
That's cool, though, that it actually puts an asterisk next to both of you guys for 16, so you'll both get those extra 5 bonus points for most led.
Feels good to get some of that bad luck out of the way.
Right? Not bad at all. I'd say you were holding your own for the better part of the race. That was pretty exciting to watch.
Were you content to just push Randy to the win? I was surprised he jumped out of line with you guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he'd have stayed in line, I would have pushed him, but I told him not to go low, and he got afraid that bottom line was going to get him.
Sometimes it might have worked out in a different situation with maybe laps remaining. You know, if there was 2 left, it might have been a different story because everybody's pushing even harder. But it was like 6 or 7 to go, and that kind of just put him back in the shuffle. He made it back up to 4th, though. I think he was all the way back to 9th or something.
Well, if you watch these races, usually if the bottom or top gets a run, that after a lap or 2, they kind of just, I don't know, fall apart or something.
Yeah.
And the middle usually stays strong, and if you just hang in the middle after 2 or 3 laps, you'll be back in the front.
Right. Yeah, some nights is different than others, but that seems to be a very consistent line, that middle line.
Oh, yeah, if you win over here, you've done something, because there's a lot of talent over here.
Was there much strategy behind that pit stop? Like you guys were a little bit off sequence, but it obviously being able to run 12, 13 laps on a full tank of gas.
Well, yeah, we wanted to pit where we just have enough to make it and separate us from everybody else, which is what we did, because I thought I was going to run out of gas doing a burnout.
Well, I was going to say it didn't last very long. We got the cameras on you, and then it was over.
Yeah, it was sputtering.
So you had it dialed right in, because we were talking about that when you two first took off for that pit as early as you did, and was like, I think it was almost 13 laps left to go, and we're like, no, they must know something that we don't, or at least they had something in mind. And so, yeah, I wondered how close it was going to be at the end. And pretty darn close, considering.
I think that's what we got, 13 laps a run.
Well, and then you had it right down to the fumes, almost.
Well, that's it. Awesome. Yeah, the race was done, and then you got all the way back around it, and then ran out in your burnout. So, yeah, it was pretty good, a lap and a half or whatever.
Yeah, I usually do good on these kind of races, but last season on Saturday nights, I just had the worst luck I believe I've ever had.
Like as far as pitting goes, or just overall?
No, just anywhere there's a wreck, I would be right where it was at. I mean, it just happens that way sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, so you get in a pocket, or even with Ken winning as much as he did, and then it's not going to last forever, and it goes the other way too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess that goes with everybody. You get bad luck for a while, and then it'll change, and then you'll get it again.
Well, Denny, real quick, I just want to chime in. Ken's going to watch this eventually, and let's just make sure he don't win another race when he comes back here on Fridays and Saturdays, because we're going to get better and better out here on Thursdays. But hey, man, congratulations on your win. Much needed win for you to burst up that excitement and bring it back. And I think with what's out here, it's a lot of talent. Any one of these guys can win. So and it's hard to win these races, no matter how good you are. You know that it takes friends. But good run, good way to start out. I'm on fire, and so glad you made it. I'm glad you're an admin, stepped up to do this with us on Thursdays. So man, great job. Give the family a big hug, and I will see you this weekend. We're just going to be doing some fun races, and then we start the following weekend for the new series on Fridays and Saturdays. So everybody, check out Talladega Nights website, check out Facebook page, check out Tarnation TV. Guys, hire these boys. They're the best. I can't wait to go back and watch this. Brad, any comments to the champ tonight?
Oh man, like I say, just fantastic racing, a lot of fun. The format was, and like I say, hopefully you guys look like you guys are having fun driving it, and just kind of it's a change up from the usual Saturday night longer races, and I think it was a lot of fun. At least it was a lot of fun to call. There was constant chaos, and honestly, a couple spin-offs, but the yellows were to a minimum, and it was a pretty great evening. So awesome! Congrats on the win, and yeah, I know Jeff says you can't win another one because it'll go to your head next week, but we'll see. You know what, you had some pretty stiff competition out there, but you're holding your own, so right on. It was a lot of fun to call.
Yeah, I got a message today that said guy told me he qualified second at another league and 8th at another league, and wanted to know if I had any advice on how to. He said he couldn't quite get inside the top 15 over here, and I said all I can tell you is talent difference.
Yeah,
Awesome.
There's something wrong. I wondered too with only 22 drivers on the track too. There's a lot more room out there. But I mean, you guys are still running 3 wide, so it's not like
It's
that
still
big of a deal.
dicey, Blaine. Although there's 22 to 38 drivers, it's still pretty much the same out there. Would you think?
Yeah.
Say, Denny?
Oh yeah, I love racing over here. I mean, you want to race where the most talent's at, and it makes you better. So I love racing at Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my wife, who usually watches and cheers for me. I don't know if she's on here tonight.
Oh yeah,
she was on the YouTube. Yeah, can
and we
confirm.
have Eddie Carroll and Bobby Carroll all over the place on that broadcast text.
Oh, I'll give a shout out to my uncle. He lives in Florida. He's been pretty sick as of late, and he really likes to watch me race.
Awesome, got the whole fam family out here watching. We love it.
Yeah, I gotta have somebody to cheer for me besides Jeff.
That's right. Don't forget the old Jeffrey over here. But yeah, I always cheer for you and Brian. I really like Brian and Greg. I wish Greg was out here, but since he's not, hey, I'm gonna root for you guys, and I'm gonna root for everybody. Pat, Angus, everybody. I wish you guys have a good time. That's why we do this. So, congratulations again. And I guess I'm gonna let Blaine finish this up, and I'm gonna try to grab Chris real quick, Blaine, while you're finishing up with Denny.
Thanks, Blaine, for you and Brad for all y'all do. I love to go back and watch these after the race is over.
Awesome. This was a fun one, so I think you'll enjoy it. Hopefully, anyway. So, all right, have a good evening.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot again. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for the kind words. Congratulations on first, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Maybe I can do it again.
Do it. I got my money's on everybody to win next week, so I'm guaranteed to win something.
Oh yeah, put your money on me. I don't know if I'll win, but I like to have some money.
That'll work. Exactly. We'll just hand it over.
Hey, and I won with that brand new 20 car Rodney Sullivan's painting me. That thing looks sharp, don't it?
Yes. Yeah, a bunch of new cars on track today. Some familiar ones, but some brand new ones look pretty sharp too.
Home Depot.
Yep.
There it is.
Got finished in front of that Lowe's car. That's what matters.
Yeah.
You.
So take
All
a
right,
walk.
guys.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Looking for Chris
All
Elliott
right,
and 9
gentlemen.
Doritos.
Hey, TarnationTV.com. Thanks a lot for what y'all do. It's I'm a little tired tonight, maybe because I worked today. But anyways, I can't wait to go back and watch it. Thanks, guys, for what you do. Thanks for your time. Thanks for the wonderful almost 2 years of growing with us, and we'll continue to do this.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of fun. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man. I worked it hard, and 20. I think we started off 24 without you two. Is that correct?
Yes. 22.
22. So 24 was you two. Okay, so 22, yep. Man. I'll take 22 all day long. So, thanks for all the guys that came out. Wasn't for you, we couldn't do this. So every one of you matters to me and to every other driver. We all got along great tonight, and we actually had a good race. It was short, man. I can't believe how fast it's over with. But
I love it. I got to work tomorrow, so 3-hour broadcasts don't work.
Perfect.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Blaine. I'll be in touch. Weekend's coming up. We're just going to be running some fun stuff this weekend, and it all starts again the following weekend. So I'll talk to you both real soon.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys.
Good evening.
Yeah, you too, bud. Take care.
There you go. Yeah. So all of our American friends have a happy 4th. All of the Canadians have a happy 1st.
Enjoy the long weekends.
How old is Canada? We got to be like 150 by now, right?
Feels like it. My back is killing. Well, Canada. Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah. No, we're at least. I think we're past that. Yeah.
Canada's like 60 million years old because the planet's been here a while, right?
Well, let me tell you. But the actual how old in Canada, we're going to learn something today. We try not to do it on the show.
When did we join the? The Upper Canada's
156 this year.
Oh, I was right. I said we got to be over 150.
Well, yeah, because that was 6 years ago. We did the 150th. That's how math works.
Interesting.
Go on.
Yes, Canadian Confederation. Oh, we're doing a history lesson here now. Formerly known as Dominion Day, is the National Day of Canada federal statutory holiday. Celebrates the anniversary of Canadian Confederation, which occurred July 1st, 1867, the passing of the British North American Act of 1867. When the 3 separate colonies of the United Canadas, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick were united into a single dominion within the British Empire called Canada. God save the Queen. Well, sorry,
Right?
the king.
And so
We got to change our money now because now it's King Charles.
now it's a king. And
Yeah,
on the flip side, the States this year will be 247 years old.
Gigantic.
Right?
Ew.
Older.
Their
Older
back
brother.
is definitely more sore than Canada's back.
Right. No, they've got a walker, but they're doing all right. And they've got some stem cells coming there too, and they'll be good as new in no time.
Good old science. Also,
Still
we got to
science
think.
the hell out of you. You'll be walking fine in just a matter of weeks.
We've got to thank, yeah, exactly. We've got to thank Godthorn, the band, tonight at reverbnation.com/Godthorn. The songs you're hearing behind this and the songs you heard at the front of the broadcast, all by Godthorn. So, yeah, thanks to those guys. And you know where I'm going to be tomorrow night, don't you?
Oh, I was going to say, tomorrow you'll be at work. Tomorrow night, you're going to be barbecuing?
No, I'm going to be at a
You got
Godthorn concert,
going to
bro.
a Godthorn concert.
Yeah. I
was
got
gonna
to see
say,
that compact disc.
Right?
But you know
Well,
what?
in the meantime, if you can't find them on the compact disc, you can all find them on Spotify and any other place where you get some internet music from for yourself.
Yes, that is true. And the
Reverb
links
Nation.
for everything are in the description below. Talladega Nights website, if you want to race with these guys, get a hold of Jeffrey Elliott on the Facebook machine. And of course, all the bands we use, their links are all down there as well. Tarnation TV Turbo is an alternate channel that we do because we want to, and we don't care what you say. I guess have a happy Canada Day, a happy Independence Day. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.
And yeah, don't blow your fingers off this weekend. Make sure you practice cracker safety. And if the fuse is too short, then just make sure you're really careful. That's all. Just be fast. That's more than anything. That's my advice. Be faster than the firecracker. There you go.